Good morning and happy new year, everybody. We're so happy to be with you here another year. It has been a great year so far. What, been up for an hour or two? We're super thankful to have you guys here. Um, and kind of wanted this to be as interactive as possible. So if you guys have anything on Facebook, yes, we got back up on Facebook, thankfully. If you have anything that you wanted to talk about or share that you're thankful for this year, something maybe big that happened, or something that you're looking forward to this year, please put it in the comments on your streaming platform, and I would love, absolutely love to hear from you guys and to talk to you about it. Um, Without further ado, so first of all, I don't know about you guys and where you're at, but this is our front yard, and it is super rainy right now. So, um, yeah, it rained all day yesterday. Um, and it looks like it's about to rain again. You can kind of see the rain clouds. We can kind of see the whole high desert. It's super. We're super blessed to have that. But yeah, sure enough, it does look like rain. Still pretty cold. But if you guys aren't familiar with Windy, Windy is the best like app literally ever for all of this stuff. You can see this is what's coming down. So we'll probably get some rain here in a bit, but we'll see how it looks. So we'll start off. I kind of so I'll go from like kind of just a brief overview of what has happened, and and what kind of what's the good and the bad of what's happened this year. So um obviously, I mean, if you follow us very much, Nora is she's a blessing to us all. But oh, I forgot my hat. Our kids wore these last night. So I was gonna wear this. You guys can even see. I printed that last night, last minute for the kids. But so Nora, she's doing really good this year, thankfully. We started off this year with she had just gotten out of the hospital last New Year's Eve, right in time for New Year's celebrations. And then after that, she had to have New Year's and everything at home. And she was pretty good for a while. And into February, she got RSV, which is kind of scary because her oxygen saturations were pretty low for her. So that was honestly pretty scary for most of us here. And and then after that, we spent only like 2 or 3 days in the hospital. We started at St. Mary's, which is just absolutely terrible. Surprise. And and then we were able to come home. So um and that, thank you, Jesus, um is the only thing that, the only hospital trip we have had. So and speaking of, if you're on Facebook, I'll have a little poll for you. There we go. So you can answer if you want to. All right. With that being said, yeah. And then thankfully that's the last thing last time she's been in the hospital. We've been super blessed by that, to only have that. Let's see. We tried a new formula with her, did not work. Almost had to go back to the hospital. That was bad. Um because if you're not familiar with Nora, she has a lot of stuff going on, but honestly, her biggest thing is she has an ostomy bag because she had neck when she was a baby, a week old. And so um she if anything wrong happens with her gut, she can dump and get dehydrated like that. So that's kind of what happened with her new formula. And so we've swapped back, and we're on the same formula, which is really good. So but she's making a lot of good progress compared to a year ago. She can say, a number of words, and she can definitely communicate with her signs. It's pretty funny to see her. We'll ask her for milk, which, this is, and these are all Nora signs, so don't forgive me if I get them wrong. But she'll ask for milk, and she'll Yes. So she's pretty funny. She like that. She's hilarious. But yeah, and she stayed up late last night till like 9. So anywho, that's what happened. Nothing crazy, yeah, with Nora, thankfully. Um, you know, the other kids are doing well. Jack started school. He started kindergarten, so that was awesome. And then Ella, had her first soccer tournament. So that was fun. She redid soccer and started, with that. I know Jack now wants to continue with he wants to do piano. And I saw Lily, hello. I know you're watching. We're looking forward to getting started for him. She is a awesome piano teacher in the area. So and Ella's doing violin still. She missed out on this semester's like classes, but she'll start up again next year. We already got her signed up. So that's fun. They're making progress. They're both super smart. We're both super thankful for them. They're amazing kiddos. So, um, yeah. Everyone is doing pretty good. Otherwise, everyone is healthy and strong. We made it, hopefully, knock on wood, pretty much through a bout of bunch of different colds as the year wrapped up. So that was crazy and was fun at times, but thankfully Clarissa is like super mom and is able to handle everything and get all of them better through different methods and stuff like that. So super thankful for her in that respect. And then so the other thing that we started doing, and I I apologize if this offends anyone, and I don't want it to, but we but this is the truth, and we need to be bold about it. Is that so? We are Christians here, and so we started something called family worship, and it is a great um tool that we use to kind of talk about what we believe with our kids, pray together, talk about verses, and then even sing. And so we got a couple of hymnals that we sing from. Um, the Thankfully we have Clarissa who sounds really good. And then I'm trying to find the book. There's a book that talks about it. It's called Family Shepherds, but my Amazon is not loading up right now. And so I'll put it in the comments for everybody who he talks about that and eldership in the church and stuff. It's a really good book. And a good friend Nick encouraged me to look into it, and it's been awesome for our family when we're home and together doing it, which is not as much as we'd like, but we do what we can. So, and then the other thing is, so in college, I always wanted to pick up guitar, right? And I had a guitar and I loved it. I never knew much though. It was something that was entertaining, but I never really tried, never really got lessons, so I kind of moved past it pretty quick and never really played it. But now that we're doing this family worship thing and we're singing every night, I wanted to get something for Christmas, and so Clarissa got me an awesome gift. You can probably guess what it is, but so I got a little. It's a baby Taylor. Yes, it's a 3/4 guitar, but so it's a little bit smaller if you're not familiar. I believe it's 3/4 size, but it is an awesome instrument. It's still got the same sound as a Taylor, but without having to pay an exorbitant cost. So it is taking some kind of internet lessons, but it sounds great. I love it. I'm super thankful. So looking forward to learning. That is part of my New Year stuff that I'll get ahead a little bit about, is learning to play this. And so I am taking some, like, basically some online lessons and learning how to play, and I'm excited. It's gonna be a lot of fun. 'Cause I know like some basic chords and stuff like that, but kind of getting more confident in strumming patterns and picking that kind of thing will be awesome, because I am just not confident whatsoever at it. So, that's kind of what we got, what happened last year. What is coming this year for the Lacey's? And if you are here and watching this, put something that happened to you guys that you're happy with that happened last year. Maybe something you're looking forward to this year. I'd love to hear about it and talk about it, even if not live here in the comments after the fact on either YouTube or Facebook. So, um, let's see here. So, already talked about Jack doing piano lessons, which is funny because he is such like he is hilarious. He is super smart and super funny, and I don't even know what to make of him. So he's doing kindergarten, but he kind of already started getting ahead a little bit because he's that smart. So we'll see. We'll see how he does. We asked him like, "Hey, do you want to play soccer like your sister?" "No, I don't want to play soccer." "Okay, do you want to play like baseball or t-ball, whatever they have for 5, 6 year olds?" And no, no, he didn't want to. Like, what do you want to do? I said piano. Okay. Didn't expect that one, but thankfully we have a cool little stand-up piano that we got from a family member, and so that'll be cool. Um, Thanks, Ryan. Happy New Year to you guys and your family as well. Tell your family hello also, and I will do the same here. Thank you for coming and saying hi, guys. We appreciate it, and hopefully you guys have a good one and are safe and healthy this year. We appreciate it. Um, so yeah, he's doing piano. He's going to continue kindergarten, and then he will start first grade obviously after this summer. So he's kindergarten to first grade, but he's doing really good. Trying to think what else is going on with Jack. He's just learning, having fun. I mean, kindergarten is a lot of social type learning, social skills. So we're trying to help him with that. um, and then so let's see. She's doing spring soccer. Just signed her up. Hopefully, we have her same coaches. We should. They said, yeah, we're gonna retain her, and we put her on the or her and her husband on the wanted for coaches as we come into spring. They were just amazing coaches, and they helped Ella grow so much as a defender, right? So they actually went to their very first tournament. The coach's first tournament and our first tournament, everybody's first tournament this year, which was so much fun. We unfortunately lost two, but we tied the last one, and so that's what matters. So it was a lot of fun down in Temecula for a couple days. It was a good way to get away, good time to get away at least. But so she's doing spring soccer. We're hoping she's going to continue to learn and grow. This is her last season as a U10 girl, so we're trying to get as much out of it as we can, help her learn and grow and do well, because next in the fall of 26 she will go to U12, which is the next age group up. So but she's also doing so good. She's running faster, going for the ball, attacking crazy. Oh yeah, karate. She's doing great in karate. She does that a mixed martial arts Happy Life here in Apple Valley. She is an advanced orange, I think is what they call it. So orange with a black stripe in the middle, and she's doing really good, getting super strong with that. Um, so I think that's pretty much. Oh, she's doing great in school, right? She's technically in fourth grade, but I think when she tested, I want to say the lowest grade that she tested to was like seventh or eighth grade, and some things she tested as a 12th grade already. So I'm not super surprised. She is incredibly smart. I mean, she is this is a great example of how smart Ella is and how ridiculously good her memory is. So we were last night. They wanted to stay up for New Year's Eve, right? So we were staying up for till midnight, right? And we were watching. After we finished, How to Train Your Dragon 3, we watched Return of the King, The Lord of the Kings, Return of the King, right? She, mind you, has read the books like 5 times. And she'll be, because she gets up at like 5:45 in the morning usually, and is up for like an hour and a half before we're up, and just reading, just laying in her bed reading. She's amazing. And so we're watching Return of the King, and they at some point when they go to reforge, the blade that was broken. Forgive me, I'm not super smart on this stuff. That they reforged the blade that was sitting in Arendelle. Well, and the Erewhon, whatever, the female Aragorn's female love interest, said something, some sort of speech, right? Ella said it verbatim before she did. Like, how do you remember that? That is like a speech from a page in like these long books. It's like, I don't know, I just remember it. And then what does she proceed to do after we turn off the movie at midnight? Because I told him we're going to bed at midnight. She goes in and finds the page with the story, with thing in like 30 seconds. Like she knew exactly where it was. Like, here, Dad, here's the thing. I was like, what are you talking about? Like, oh, what I was saying. Like, are you kidding me? You're incredibly smart. So that's Ella. She's just ridiculously smart, and I'm super proud of her. So, there's that. That was a lot of fun. So she is doing really good. 12th grade reading is what I was getting at. So she's just going to go up from here. So she's already learning like another language. She is starting to learn some advanced math and stuff like that just on her own through Khan Academy. So that's pretty crazy. That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So we as a whole are going to continue to learn and grow as a whole. Like, to, we've kind of said this before, is that we are trying to do and get less stuff for our kids. They don't need any more things. We want to do experiences, right? And I highly recommend at least you guys looking at that for your kids. And it doesn't have to be anything crazy. It doesn't have to be anything expensive, but instead of spending money on, a new toy or, something to that effect, you can spend money on a trip. It could be a day trip even. But happy New Year to you guys too, Carlotta and Scott. We happy you guys joined us, and say hello to Scott for me if he's there. I know he's probably out flying somewhere. But yeah, do things. Last year we started this where we, let's see, what did we do? We went to SeaWorld I can't remember if that was last year or the year before, for Ella's birthday. I think that might have been the year before. And that was a great trip. It was just, we went out night before, woke up the morning of, and went to SeaWorld that day. It wasn't anything too crazy. I want to say we got some like veterans tickets or something from SeaWorld. One night in a hotel, so it wasn't the cheapest, but it was awesome. We did Legoland for Jack last year, just a day trip, which was a lot. Let me tell you, if you're going to go to Legoland or drive more than like 30 minutes, just stay the night. I hear the hotels are just super cool. Legoland hotels are awesome, just awesome. So they're all themed, and they have Legos and stuff, and they do birthday packages and whatnot. So highly recommend that. So we did that. We're going to do that again this year. He doesn't know yet. Shh. I don't think he's awake yet, but Legoland. So yeah, do stuff like that. I can't tell you that enough, because you're gonna make those memories, and like we have, and we have awesome memories with our kids from this last year. Oh, the other one we did that we posted pictures on here of was the Queen Mary. So we got married on the Queen Mary. I don't know. Let's see if I can find a picture while I'm talking. Probably not, because I'm terrible at that. But we got married on the Queen Mary, back in 2007. So that was a ton of fun, right? And then there's a huge story, and I might have to just do a whole video on the Queen Mary, because they closed down for a while. They opened back up, and then they had a fight about leasing, and the city, and because there's a company that did do it, and then the city got it back, and so now they're reopened for a while. And so here, while I'm going to try and scroll back to April and find these pictures, because the pictures that our good friend Matt Home, who I think is here on Facebook, was our photographer back then. Yes, Carlotta. There is a rumor that it is haunted. Yes, I've heard that. Yeah, you guys should go. It is so much fun. It there's a rumor it is haunted. They do so the Queen Mary is so cool. They do tours like during the day and the night. So during the day they'll actually do tours of like, the engine room, and a lot of them are just like self-guided, and they do tours up on the top where you go through like the captain's deck and that kind of stuff. A lot of fun things. But they also do ghost tours at night where they will take you down to the bottom parts of the ship, that are below deck, and you get to see like cool things and see where the ghosts were, and that kind of stuff. So, they're suppose they're cool. We have never done the ghost tour because, well, we've only been there once since we were married, and that was this last year, and we had all three kids, and so that probably wouldn't be a good idea. I'll tell you to go when you have kids on a haunted tour. So, uh, yeah, right. And you and Marcia should definitely go. It is so much fun. Okay, here. See if I can. All right. So, so this is. Oh, where do we go? Let's go back. This is one picture. It's just kind of. It's a picture of a picture where we were married. Um, and so that was 2007, right? In the heyday of the Queen Mary, like tour ship, whatever. And then this was in a very similar position, taken back when we went this winter, or this last summer. So it looks very similar. They've actually taken a lot of the stuff down that that the previous company had put up. So it's super nice. Um, let's see. I'm sorry. I wish I had a way to display some of these comments, and I just don't. But Michelle said we've done snowboarding, jump park, Disney concerts, and we'll make certificates that they can redeem. Yeah, no, that's a great idea. We have done that too for most of these things. Is give them a little certificate. You can print out and have fun with it on Canva and say like, hey, one trip to Legoland or whatever. So do that. Um, that's a great idea that we love doing. But the um the Queen Mary, can't speak highly enough about it. I think we're gonna try and. I don't think Clarice is watching this. Well, she is. Oh well, but I think I'm gonna take her to the Queen Mary again this year, but just not with the kids. So maybe we can do that haunted tour because that'd be a lot of fun. We see it every time. And oh, and if you're thinking about going, uh, this I'll tell you this because you need to. I don't have Instagram, but my Clarissa does. And so if you do, make sure to, like, I don't know if you subscribe on Instagram, whatever it's called, follow, I guess. Make sure to follow the Queen Mary as a whole, or whatever their page is called. Forgive me, I don't have Instagram, but um they do some cool things. So now what they do is that they started doing when we were there, because we ended up going in like the summertime frame, like June, is they do speakeasies at night. And so it's kind of cool. Like, it's not super secret, right? If you ask them, they'll tell you the like hint at the front desk, and it's super fun because you have to go find the speakeasy. It's usually like in a hotel room somewhere on the boat, or in a random room. And so you get there and you have to decode the thing or whatever. It's not as bad as it sounds, but we found out about it like the day we were leaving. We're like, oh, come on, we could have gone there while we were there and figured it out. No, unfortunately, we did not. So um we were sad about that. But if you do go, make sure to find the speakeasy. Ask them about it. I mean, I don't know what they're gonna tell you, in terms of like info about it, but I think they should give you at least the clue, if I'm not mistaken. So that is super fun. Ryan, Carlotta, you guys should definitely go and take your families. It's a lot of fun. Long Beach is fun too, right? Because you have the Queen Mary, and you can do a lot of tours, a lot of visits, a lot of things on the Queen Mary itself. They used to have a sub right next door, like I want to say it's like a Soviet era sub or something. It's been condemned, and it might open back up. I'm not sure, but it was supposedly, that was the rumors. It was condemned when we were there, but um, they have a lot of stuff in the area, right? So like we went to we were able to go to like a nice grocery store in downtown Long Beach, to get all of our groceries. So we could have breakfast and lunch, in our rooms. We have had a little suite that actually wasn't expensive at all compared to like a lot of hotels, right? It's nothing fancy, but it was a cool little suite, which was nice to have. Um, but went to a grocery store for most things. And then they have a lot of things right there in like the city center. You have like the aquarium is right there. It's super nice. Here I'll bring it up because it's a really cool area. Um, and you can easily spend like hours upon hours there, um doing a lot of different things. So you have the Queen Mary, which is obviously right here. Uh but if you go out, the only pain in the butt about the Queen Mary, to be honest, is the drive in, because here is a the only other thing that's really here is a lot of the like industrial shipping stuff. So traffic with the all of the different truckers there. But this is the really cool part about right next to it. So you literally just go up this road, take a right, and you can come in here and park, right? And this is a big parking garage area. Um, they have a lot of different like cool restaurants right here, and then they have the aquarium right here, which has a lot of different cool things in it. A lot of outdoor activities, surprisingly, and a lot of indoor ones. It was a really large one. We would have loved, honestly, to get a 2 day per like a pass to it if we could have. Because we could have spent a lot. You can rush through it if you wanted to, but we could have spent a long time there. Anywho, the other cool thing they have here in this area is they have a little lighthouse. See if I can get a picture of this guy. There we go. So, which is super cool, right on the little like sound, I guess you'd call it. It used to be used back in the day, but not anymore. And then yeah, there's all sorts of little shops. If you continue down here, there's a yard house and a couple of different like cool little shops and stuff. Marina, if you have a boat, so you can park there. They have the convention center, they have outlets, they have a movie theater right in here. And then this is pretty much all like downtown Long Beach, which is where they had all of they had the grocery store and that kind of stuff, which is all under construction. We were there, but anyway, super cool, fun area to go to. I highly recommend uh Long Beach as a whole, right? It was a lot of fun. And if the other thing I'll say, if you go Queen Mary, make sure to get uh the side, I forget what it's called, and you can ask them, but it's the side that faces the water, right? Because if you get a port room with the portholes, you can get the side that faces the all of this stuff. Which, I mean, if your kids are like into transportation and stuff, then cool, right? But if not, this was a super cool because we had our portholes open basically day and night. Even it was super humid, obviously, but you could see like boats down here. You could see the harbor. You could see the lighthouse, and then you could see they had this down here, which was, what was this? It was some sort of like manufacturing island, but it had this cool like tower that they use for navigation for boats. Um, I forget what it is exact. I don't think I can know. Gus Grissom Memorial Island. Oh, I didn't know that. That's kind of cool. I don't know why Gus Grissom has his own island out here. uh, but anywho, super cool area. So, that's it. So you guys should definitely go. You should. I will look forward to hearing about it soon. When you guys actually make it. And I look forward to hearing the stories. So that's the plan. We're gonna do a lot more camping this year. Oh, I gotta make reservations. If you're going to do camping, if you're gonna do camping this year, make reservations now because they will fill up like crazy. So we're gonna go earlier in the year in times when it's warmer, not colder. That is one of the things that the mistakes that we made was we went when it was cold. So um yeah. And some of them we knew going in it was going to be chilly, but yeah. don't go when it's cold unless you're prepared and don't have kids. But we did. Oh, that's one thing. So we started going camping a lot as a kid, as a family, right? And here's the two campgrounds that we found that were just awesome, and for different reasons. So our top two, right? Um, Real quick here. This is a lot of fun. So San Simeon campground, right? This is fun because so it looks a little bit different than it is. So this is the first one. This is your campground right here. You can go in here and you camp here. They have RV spots and stuff in here as well. We just did tent camping. But the cool part, really cool part is you can walk underneath the little highway 1 here, and go out under this, and then you're at the beach. You're super close, but you're kind of secluded a little bit too, you know? So that was fun. And then I want to find I gotta find this here because I forget. Oh yeah, Pfeiffer, Big Sur. That's where we went. So Big Sur campgrounds. This was awesome. This is super cool. This was a huge facility. Um, Big Sur campgrounds. You can go here. It is kind of it's like built into the woods here, so it's got like a wooded camping feel. You know, it is right next to the coast. So if you don't go in the dead center of the summer, it's going to be a little cool. And so that was. But we had a lot of fun. We went on a ton of hikes, just around the campground, right? Because you could go. All this campground is huge, by the way. And you could do there's a hike up one of these areas to the falls. I want to say, let's see if I can find the falls. Those are kind of cool. Oh, sorry, I didn't even show you guys. My bad. So Big Sur um is let me zoom out here so you can kind of see where this is at. Big Sur, you kind of got Monterey up here, and then Big Sur is on the coast. The campgrounds is actually on Highway 1. It's not on the beach, which is nice. So it gets that wooded feel. Um, a lot of camping area. It does have a restaurant and stuff in there just in case. But if I'm gonna misspell this, Pfeiffer Falls. Okay, Pfeiffer Falls Trail. So this is one of the trails that we did. And you actually hike up to this little waterfall. It was actually a lot longer of a hike than we anticipated because we had all of the kids. So I had Nora in the ergo thingamajig and Pilot. So that was a long hike. So sorry, this is where we actually stayed at down here. The Big Sur Pfeiffer Big Sur campground. It wasn't up here. My apologies. But this whole area, it's a huge area, right? Of campgrounds and all sorts of stuff, and but you can do all these different things. Oh, I didn't even know this River Gorge thing was here. That is cool. Well, we'll have to do that next time we go out. So they also have a lot of different hiking areas. So that is fun. Highly recommend doing that. But that is one of those that like you have to reserve like months in advance. And so we did this 3 months in advance, and we got in there on a Tuesday and a Wednesday. So highly recommend. They only release them at certain dates and times, so you got to be like ready for it, um, and ready to go. We did a majority of them on the coast, um, and that was fun, right? So these are actually really close in all actuality, but there is a landslide in here somewhere, I forget, that actually prevented it from connecting at the time. So, yeah. Let's see, where else did we go? No, not Vandenberg, not that far. We went up to Point Magoo. Yeah, it's a military base, so you have to be active, retiree, whatever, to stay there, but has a really cool campground at least. So, oh, and they're redoing it still. So last time, I think they're done now. We stayed like right here. It was super fun, right next to the beach. You know, they have RV camping spots, a trailer right here. You know, um, and it's super cool because they have seals that come out here, and they, you know, there it's fun. It's a lot of fun. So highly recommend that. I'd like to do more camping, maybe like not coastal camping, maybe like Arizona camping or something. That would be fun. You know, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But that's the goal. We'll do more camping this year. So, um, let me know what you guys have for this upcoming year. What are you guys planning to do? What kind of fun things are you guys planning to do as a family? I'd love to hear from them. We are just working on stuff around the house today, so I am going to go get started because at least when came out here at I woke up at like 8. Ella was already awake, surprised. She's like, I was awake at 7:32. She knew exactly when she woke up. But everyone else is still asleep because everyone stayed up late. So I wouldn't be surprised if they're already awake and or watching this too right now. So let me know in the comments. We look forward to it this year. Here on the if you're watching on YouTube or on Facebook rather, on YouTube it's also a broadcast. I'm looking forward to continuing this kind of swap over to preparedness and like homesteading stuff, and to continue going full force that direction, and seeing just how it goes. Like we know our channel has definitely started to make that swap over from the instructional videos from before, just based on the viewership of some of those videos changing. So look forward to that, and look forward to doing this every week. We not this exact format, but we will keep doing these streams on Ground News, the sponsor of our weekly live stream, because they are it's just a great site. I honestly I love them. I would say that even if they weren't a sponsor, because they're good. So I appreciate you guys really joining us today. So thank you guys so much. We appreciate it here. And you guys have a wonderful new year. Look forward to seeing all of you guys as much as possible, and having a great, healthy, happy, and blessed new year. And we look forward to talking to you guys soon. So thank you guys again for joining us today. We appreciate it, and we will talk to you soon. Bye, guys.